One of my favorite opening moves. It strikes the center and offers several strong follow-ups. Pawns meet in the middle for a symmetrical battle. Ignoring the knights before bishop's general advice, the bishop acted. Their best option was to develop a knight and attack the center. Your best move was to develop a knight and attack the center. They bring out their knight, increasing their control over the center. Your bishop is ready to be developed to an active square. Their knight comes into play, attacking the center. You permitted the opponent to win a pawn through a fork. They missed a chance to win a pawn through a fork. You are bringing your knight into play, eyeing the central squares. This move forces your queen to retreat, giving your opponent extra tempo. You permitted the opponent to win a queen through a fork. You're going to lose your queen to this fork. You step your king away from the checking knight, taking your vulnerable queen. You captured back. I like their choice. With that move, you offer to trade pieces. Their bishop moves into the game. Good thinking. This move puts your bishop into a stronger, more active position. They stop the check by interposing a piece between your bishop and their king. That was a fair trade. This is a fair trade. Your rooks are connected, which helps them work together. That capture of your bishop will cause you to lose material after all the trades are made. Recapturing. A straightforward recapture. You escape the check from the queen. They made one of the top moves in this position. Developing a new piece. Defending their hanging pawn. This moves your pawn to a safer square. They played one of the best moves here. You step your king away from the checking queen. They played the strongest move available. You shield your king by blocking the check from the queen. They exchange pieces of equal value. You recaptured. They move the queen to safety. Your last piece has joined the game. They defended their pawn, which was under attack. Not the best move, but not bad either. Decent move, but they had a better one. This will win a bishop with correct play. I like their choice. You missed a chance to win a bishop, but your position would still be losing. This move is losing a bishop, but their position is still winning. You won a bishop for free. Defending their hanging pawn. Connected rooks can be very useful. Their pawn attacks your rook, kicking it out of its current position. This moves your rook to a safer square. They kick your rook with a pawn, forcing it to move or be captured. A good choice to move your threatened rook. Their piece is now in a more active square. Good job, that's what I would have played too. This move protects their pawn, which was vulnerable with insufficient defenders. Very good choice. They made one of the top moves in this position. Yes, this is the way. They've improved the positioning of their piece. You allowed the opponent to eventually win a pawn. You had an opportunity to capture a pawn and win material after the follow-up trades. That's not a mistake, but they did not find the best move here. This is the way to win material. This makes a passed pawn. You dodge the check, moving your king out of harm's way. They are threatening to tactically win a rook. Well done, an excellent move. Your opponent created a passed pawn, giving it a clear path toward promotion. You allowed the opponent to force eventual checkmate. This forces an eventual checkmate. You step your king away from the checking rook. This move left their pawn hanging. They missed a chance to checkmate the king. This is a fine move. This move still keeps their checkmate plan on track. You escape the check from the rook. This move is winning, but your opponent missed a forced checkmate. You permitted the opponent to force eventual checkmate. This move still keeps their checkmate plan on track. You win time by threatening a queen. You can pick up a free queen. You captured a free queen. You stopped your opponent from being able to force eventual checkmate. Their king steps away from the check by your rook. Nice, definitely the right move. They eliminated your passed pawn before it could do damage. Your better option was to defend a pawn that was under attack. They played one of the best moves here. You missed an opportunity to win material through a tactic. That's playable. You had a better option, but this is not bad. Their passed pawn moves closer to promotion, becoming more dangerous. You're going to end up losing a rook. They found a way to win your rook. Very good choice. They move their king out of the check from your rook. Good job, that's what I would have played too. I like their choice. You dodge the check, moving your king out of harm's way. Pushing their passed pawn. Putting your rook behind an opponent's passed pawn makes it harder to promote. They defended their pawn, which was under attack. This is a good time for you to get out of trouble. Precise move from your opponent. You step your king away from the checking rook. This move left their rook hanging. That rook was yours for the taking. Your opponent is losing a pawn, but you were already in a winning position anyways. Nice find. You used a skewer and can win a pawn. Their king steps away from the check by your rook. You captured a free pawn. Their passed pawn moves closer to promotion, becoming more dangerous. Well done, an excellent move. Defending their hanging pawn. You captured that free pawn. You are now able to force eventual checkmate. You're still on the road to checkmate. That pawn was yours for the taking. They move their king out of the check from your rook, getting closer to the forced checkmate. They are right on target. You continue the checkmate attack. They played the strongest move available. You're continuing down the road to checkmate. Their king steps away from the check by your rook. You continue the checkmate attack. Precise move from your opponent. You no longer have forced checkmate. They move their king out of the check from your rook. This is a fine move. They missed a better way to evade the check from the opposing rook. This is the only move that works, and you found it. They are right on target. You miss the mate, and the game continues. Their king steps away from the check by your rook. Very good choice. They move their king out of the check from your rook. Well done, an excellent move. They played the strongest move available. This is a fine move. Their king steps away from the check by your rook. Yes, this is the way. You had the upper hand, and now your position is winning. There was only one good move, but you were moving fast and didn't see it. Precise move from your opponent. Very good choice. They had a better way to evade the check from the opposing rook. Nice, definitely the right move. They made one of the top moves in this position. Your move gets closer to checkmate. They are right on target, getting closer to the forced checkmate. They move their king out of the check from your rook. The checkmate opportunity is gone, giving your opponent a lifeline. Your opponent's position went from bad to worse and is now losing. Good job, that's what I would have played too. They played one of the best moves here. Your opponent has escaped a checkmate and got a second chance. Their king steps away from the check by your rook. Yes, this is the way. They played the strongest move available. Well done, an excellent move. They missed a better way to evade the check from the opposing rook. You moved quickly, missing the only good move. They move their king out of the check from your rook. This is a fine move. I like their choice. Nice, definitely the right move. Their king steps away from the check by your rook. You found a safer square for your rook. Precise move from your opponent. Very good choice. They are right on target. You had a winning position and the time pressure finished the job. Great result.